Hi again. So now we remove the chimeric sequences. Next step, we track the reads through the different steps of Data2 pipeline. So Data2 provides a nice quick way to pull out how many reads were dropped at various steps of the pipeline. So this can serve as a jumping off point if you are left with too few sequences at the end to help you to know which step you can rerun or modify its parameters. So it gives you an output like this. So you have here the sample IDs. Then you have the input. This is the input, how many reads were used as the inputs from your FASTQ files. Then you have this is the reads that remains after filtering, after doing filtering and trimming. And this is the number of reads that were left after denoising the forward and the reverse. And this is the total number of reads that were merged. And this is the number of reads that were the number of sequences that were kept after doing chimera checking and removal. So now that you have cleaned your sequence table and you can assign taxonomy using assign taxonomy command from the non-chimeric sequence table. So here you specify the file paths to the particle database that you want to use. So here we have the refsec RDP. So this refsec RDP, so you have the link from where you can download it in the web page of the tutorial. So you put this file under the working directory, which is data2_tutorial_doc. And in Data2, so you can use any database. So Data2 provides specifically formatted databases. So we have 3 databases. We have Silva, RDP, and GreenGenes. So you can choose your database of choice for your analysis. So here you can see in this slide the different links of those 3 databases that are already available to download and use in your pipeline. So in our case, we will be working with the refsec RDP database to assign taxonomy. So here is the results of the taxonomy assignment. It shows you from the phylum up to the species level. So you have all the different level of taxonomy classification. So you save your taxa results in CSV file, as you can see here in the figure. So it shows you the taxonomy classification for non-chimeric sequence, and you can also save it as an RDS file. So you will be using this file in the downstream analysis. So once you have your taxa file, which contains the non-chimeric sequences in the first column, and in the other column we have the taxonomy classification, we can run those commands here to get the counts applicant sequence table. So we have in the first row, here you can see the different, in the first row we have the sample IDs, and in the first column you have the ASV, the applicant sequence variants kept after chimera removal. And here in the middle, you have their abundance. So at this step, you have your sequence table and your taxonomy table, but you don't have your phylogenetic tree. So to make one, the first step you need to do is to align all your sequences in your sequence table. So to do that, you need to load the Cipher package. I assume that you already have it installed in your R environment. So you need to load first the package using library Decipher. And Decipher, it's a tool for curating, analyzing, and manipulating biological sequences. So you load this package and you run the align sequence command, which will perform a multi-alignment of your sequences. So then, to construct the phylogenetic tree, you have to load the Fangorn package. I don't think it's installed in your R environment, but it's very easy to do it. I have written the command to install it in the tutorial webpage under the section 11 construct phylogenetic tree. So please, if you have any issue to install it, you can ask your teaching assistant. So this command, so those commands here construct a neighborhood joining tree. So they allow to change sequence alignment output into feedat structure here by the first column. Then it creates a matrix using dist.ml, and then they perform the neighbor joining and then perform the internal maximum likelihood. So here, this command fit a generalized time reversible with gamma rate variation maximum likelihood tree using the neighborhood joining tree that was created using the previous comments in the previous slide as a starting point. And here in the last, this is the last comment, so it's to save your phylogenetic tree in RDS format for downstream analysis. Let's move to the last video.